Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the June 2015 edition of our First Thursday webinar series. Each month, we like to set aside an hour or so to tell you what's new, pass along some helpful tips, and take questions. Today, we're going to focus on two products, BLOX Live E-Editions and BLOX Total CMS. Specifically, we're going to show you how building your Live E-Edition with BLOX Total CMS can save you time and money and help you create an E-Edition that increases the value of your subscription packages and keeps your readers coming back. Rich Griffin, our Live E-Editions product manager, will lead the presentation. We also have James McKee, our senior project manager for BLOX Total CMS, here for technical and moral support. Paige Ruba, our marketing specialist, is here, and I'm Aaron Gillette, marketing director at townnews.com. We have a lot to cover, but we're going to try and burn through our formal presentation in about 30 minutes, after which time we'll take questions. At any point during the presentation, you can type a question into the chat box, but we'll hold off on answering them until the end of the show. Just a note, should you hear any odd background noises, we do apologize. Our building is under construction and progress stops for no webinar. So with that, we'll leap into the agenda. Today, like I said, we're going to talk about Live E-Editions. We're going to do a features overview for those who are not aware of the product or who need a refresher. We're going to talk about the benefits to readers and publishers, and then we're going to discuss creating Live E-Editions with BLOX Total CMS and how that can help you work faster and save money. And then after that, we will take questions and discussion. Again, at any point, feel free to type a question into the chat box, but we'll hold off on answering until the very end of the broadcast. And with that, I am going to pass it to Rich Griffin to walk you through Live E-Editions and BLOX Total CMS.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Well, BLOX Live E-Edition, it is our responsive dynamic print alternative. Live E-Edition is designed to display well across phones, tablets, desktop, and pretty much everything in between. We employ a responsive mobile-first design with Live E-Editions. With responsive design, we react to the size of the device display to optimize the experience for each screen size on the device. In this product, we do not use embedded PDF technology as we had in the past. Many modern devices and browsers, that is, do not support embedded PDF technology. Rather, we use a high-resolution images display to allow the users to zoom in on the actual page view as opposed to the old embedded PDF technology. The actual live in the Live E-Edition is all about the segmenting of the page and what each segment makes available to the reader. On a very basic level, the segmenting of a page is a matter of defining a clickable area within the page. This clickable area or segment is then linked to actual dynamic content in your actual CMS. I like to think of Live E-Editions as sort of a bridge between your traditional print replica and your web content. This connection to the actual content in the CMS is the magical part of what makes BLOX Live E-Editions unique. For example, adding child videos and images to an article on the website not only adds depth of the experience on the website, when that article is linked to a segment in your Live E-Edition, all of that rich content will automatically be made available in the Live E-Edition associated with that segment. In addition to that, any changes or updates, breaking news stories, and corrections will also be reflected in the Live E-Edition and the River News. Big advantage of BLOX CMS is integration between all of our applications. This gives us the ability to promote your Live E-Edition throughout the site, for example. We have the ability to promote the Live E-Edition from editorial articles. If the editorial article is one that is included in a page under E-Edition, we provide information about that right with the article and link off to it. This, along with a variety of strategically placed blocks of E-Edition content throughout the site, help to promote Live E-Edition awareness across the whole platform.
And the mega search actually allows Live E-Edition pages to show up in your search results and
yes,
et cetera, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So you can actually access e-edition search content from your editorial site as well.
Very cool.
We do offer subscription and all access models with live e-edition, so your paywall, you have the paywall option on that as well. An advantage we have over third-party edition vendors is the single sign-on and shared dashboard experience. One of the big customizations we get from people that are using third-party is they want us to put our paywall in front of the other e-editions, and that's often a very difficult thing, and you end up having multiple logins, which is not an ideal user experience. Although we do not use PDF to display pages in the main e-edition interface, we do offer a way for users to download individual page PDFs and whole edition PDFs in cases where they might want to read the edition where they have no internet access, like you're jumping on an airplane or a train or a car. Hopefully you're not driving, but and Aaron alluded to this. Additionally, we have the Live e-edition search functionality. It has its own search application. This is based on the extracted text of the pages. You can do keyword searches and go directly to the page with the content that you are looking for. Additionally, as Aaron was saying, editorial has a Ajax plugin which allows you to search from this interface as well and display results from e-edition on your editorial search as well. Live edition is of course compliant with the Alliance for Audited Media Replica definition, and we do offer usage logging data for your AAM audit purposes when that comes about. Now I want to get a little bit into the service levels we have for segmenting service. Our main focus for this webinar is, of course, the fully automatic version with BLOX Total CMS, but I wanted to touch on the other service levels we have available and in the context of the advantages that are available through the automated BLOX Total CMS workflow. First of all, the self-service. This involves what I would call the normal processing of an e-edition. Normally, people FTP their pages up to our system, and we process them and build all the pages of the e-edition. At that point, they're not segmented. They are images that you can zoom in on and read it, and it's pretty basic at that point.
So it looks essentially like a replica.
Exactly.
At that point, without all of the extra enhancements, features, multimedia, all of that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Thank you. And now with the self-service model, the segmentation process is a manual one. The paper would go into the Live e-edition and manually draw the segments and link each of these to its corresponding asset. You link a segment to an article, and all of its child images and videos and other inline assets are included in the Live e-edition process automatically.
And the picture that we've got there sort of shows what that looks like. You're basically drawing boxes around your content and then linking it to your online content, correct?
Yes, exactly. And we actually have some properties that are using this process for their yearly magazine type publications, and we even have some people that are using them for their main publications. It's actually a very quick process once you get it down. You just have to have the resources to be able to do it. The full service model, the initial processing is done the same way as with the self-service model. Only once initial processing is finished, we send the pages off to be segmented. Now with this service, we have the option to match segments to existing editorial content in your CMS so that you take advantage of all the other child assets that are in your system with this as well. If this is not available in your CMS, we will extract the content and create special articles that are only associated with the e-edition application. So these, if we have to extract an article, it wouldn't be available on the rest of your website. It would be isolated to the Live e-edition application.
But it still makes the e-edition searchable. So that content is extracted and it'll still show up in search results, but it's not going to show up on...
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Full processing in this service level takes about 4 hours to complete. And we do have email reach integration with this service level, which it provides the reader notifications when the edition becomes available to read. There is a setting where you can decide when you want those readers to get that notification. They can be notified either when the initial processing is done and you have basically the replica there, or you can set it to notify them when the segment package comes back and all of the live aspects of the edition are available. Most people wait until the live version is available. Now, with the fully automatic service level coming from Total CMS, as part of the production process with Total CMS, we have the ability to provide all the segmenting and editorial asset information directly to Live Edition, making it a fully automatic process. As soon as you push all of the pages from Total CMS to the Live Edition, the publication can be made available to your readers immediately. So you have total control when your e-edition is available, and you're not waiting 4 hours for it to be processed. You can make pages available days ahead, for example, as they are kind of in your workflow as you complete them. Of course, start time of the edition dictates when the edition is made available, so you can have, for example, certain pages of edition days ahead, and you don't have to worry about them being made available until the start time of it happens. So this is kind of the big picture of how this all works. You produce it once and you publish it everywhere. BLOX Total CMS, it's all about operational efficiency. It just makes sense to do it this way. Produce once, publish everywhere.
One platform for your print, web, mobile, and live editions?
Yep.
Couldn't be easier. Cool.
Now, next, I'd like to talk a little bit about how the system works, the workflow of it, and how much the process makes sense and how it kind of lays out. Start out, your newspaper staff creates the articles in the BLOX content management system. There's a lot of different ways that they can access that. I won't get into that so much here, but basically from Adobe InDesign, you can access these articles, find them, and these can be used to set up the pages. You can directly access the content that resides in the CMS and drag them into the page. Now you have all the content all organized into the pages of the newspaper. From there, content is syndicated directly to the website, pages are fed to the press to be printed, and pages and content are delivered by the page tracker application with Total CMS to the Live e-edition application for processing. You produce it once and you publish it everywhere.
So all that segmenting that you were just talking about happens completely automatically when you do it using BLOX Total CMS and Adobe.
Absolutely. Now, once within the page tracker application, which I mentioned, it's a built-in application, and it makes it easy for the editors, writers, designers, and managers to keep tabs of the progress of an edition right from their web browser.
So this is part of BLOX Total CMS, what
Absolutely.
We're seeing here.
Yes, thanks. Pages can be pushed from Page Tracker to Live e-edition as you complete them, as I mentioned. If you are working on a page on Wednesday for the Saturday edition, for example, you can push it along to Live edition. It can be delivered to the appropriate day's edition. These advanced pages, of course, are not available until start time of the edition. Being redundant, but it's a cool deal. When the page is sent for final output, the Page Tracker Final Edition preferences trigger the creation of the e-edition PDF and the segment information. These files are immediately uploaded to the host site. As the page PDF files and segment data files are created, Page Tracker also ensures that any assets placed on the page are validated and have the site tags for the host site. As assets are updated, these changes will be syndicated online as well. I'd just like to talk a little bit about how people are using the product and what the benefits are for you. both in cost savings and time savings. A lot of properties are one type of property that might benefit from this is those using third-party e-edition vendors. Cost savings can take a big bite out of the cost benefit of Total CMS. It can basically pay for a lot of the hardware and setup, and at that point you in essence have a front-end editorial system for very little cost.
So reduced processing charges can help you pay for.
Exactly. Properties using Live e-edition already with our full service segmenting, processing fees, you can say 50%. Pretty regular. Most people are going to see that kind of savings, up to 50% on the processing fees there. And so if you're looking at a site that is processing 2,000 pages a month, that can be like up to $1,000 a month in savings, cost savings there, as opposed to the full service segmenting option. Additionally, properties with older front-end systems looking for a way to streamline operations. It's all about operational efficiency and labor savings. We've got groups and sister organizations that are consolidating into single processing centers for multiple papers. They're saving tons of labor and overhead costs there. There is a trend in the industry right now where properties are looking to save on print and delivery costs by limiting the days that they actually print and send and deliver the papers to those that are more associated with big insert revenues like Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday, for example. And the other days of the week, they have the all access models where they can still have it every day of the week via the Live e-edition. We even have people that are looking at giving away tablets for people that are in more remote or rural areas, and they're finding that more cost effective than actually printing and sending it out there. And another thing to think about is those looking for a fallback digital alternative during disasters. There's weather events, printing presses go down. There's a lot of times when it's very convenient to be able to say, go see it. You can just go look at our e-edition. Now, from the perspective of the readers, there's a lot of benefits here as well. Snowbirds, for example. Currently, you send a paper out to them, they might get it a day or two later. They can have it immediately as soon as it's available online. For people that are on vacation or traveling for any reason, they can always have their local paper, know what's going on. There's no more, honey, can I have the sports and comments section? You can all have your own digital edition. So everyone in your family can have access to it and read it at their leisure. And then there's also the enhanced reading experience. There's video in there. There's more graphics than are available from the actual print edition. And there's also other related content that's available, and we will continue to add additional features in there by leveraging the CMS and what other relevant related assets that we can keep in there. Generally, Live e-edition integration with BLOX CMS and Total CMS sets us apart from the competition. Nobody's really doing it this way. It's dynamic. I don't know of anyone else doing it this way. I think anyone that has not looked at our Live e-edition product lately, I would enthusiastically invite them to do it. Get a hold of your salespeople and maybe set up a demo. I just wanted to touch a little bit on the roadmap and a couple things that we have coming out here in the fairly near future. We are in active development on a Live e-edition app, which will one version of which will be offered as part of our Live e-edition package. It will be a shared town news version. That should be coming out late this year. We're also looking at adding ad support to the River of News so that we can sort of integrate our online ad serving mechanism with this so you can generate additional revenue from your e-edition. And we're always looking at new ways to leverage the BLOX CMS to enhance the live edition experience through other types of related assets, classifieds. So keep an eye out. We'll be sending out notifications when we have new features available. And with that, I will give it back to you.
Wonderful, thanks, Rich. Just at this point, we'll take any questions you might have. Again, you can go ahead and type them into the chat box. We covered, how you can simultaneously build your web print and mobile and e-editions. It's a great way to add value to your other subscription packages. So if you have an all-access subscription model, something like that, this makes having a enhanced live e-edition with multimedia, photo galleries, video, and it works on all devices is a huge deal for your subscribers. And again, you can save on production, print, and delivery. It does look like we have a question that came in. Yes, self-service can't send email notifications to customers when the live e-edition goes live?
It's not as critical with the self-service model in that you know when it's available. So if you have your email reach application, you can just send it out when you're done. With the full service model, there's a question as to when the package will come back with all segment data and when it's processed. That's why that part of it is more automated. And it's the same way with Total CMS. You know when it's out there, so you can just schedule your email blast to go out and notify people when it's available that way.
Okay. If there are any other questions, again, nice presentation. So in essence, is this our current paper or is it pieces of our current paper?
It is both. You have, through the high-res or page view of the interface, the actual replica of the current edition. With the text view, the river of news, we like to call it view, you have a window into your website and the dynamic nature that provides as well. So it's the best of both worlds.
Okay. And if there are no other questions, if you do have any other questions, please type them into the chat box. Otherwise, I'm going to head here. Again, if you, a couple more questions just came in. Can you explain the models?
The segmenting models? I'm not sure.
Yeah, can you be more specific? Yes, the segmenting models.
Okay, there are three models. First is the model that everyone gets included with normal processing of the Live edition, and that is where you have the replica view and then you have the ability to go in and manually segment it yourself. A lot of people will do that and maybe just segment the front pages of the sections. It doesn't take that long, really, and that gives users, with little effort, gives them a taste of the Live edition experience. The other model, or the full service model, is where we take care of that segmenting for you by sending them off to be processed and segmented for you, and that is kind of an intermediate step between self-service and the automated version that Total CMS offers. And it's a little bit more expensive because you have to pay for the segmenting service, but it gives you the ability to link to your editorial content and provide that very dynamic Live edition experience.
Without doing the work yourself.
Exactly. And like I mentioned with Total CMS, that's the ultimate solution where everything is automated, and just by building the pages like you always would do anyway as part of putting your paper out, we provide all that data directly to the Live edition application to be processed, and it happens automatically.
And it happens virtually instantly, whereas with the full service model, that middle tier, it takes
a few hours.
It takes 4 hours typically to get your completed segmented edition back.
Right.
Okay. I hope that answers your question. Any other questions? Okay, if you do have any questions about this, about BLOX Live editions or BLOX Total CMS, please give your townnews.com sales representative a call. They'll be happy to talk with you, to talk you through these products further. For documentation, you can head over to docs.townnews.com. For support, as always, you can call 800-293-9576 or visit support.townnews.com. And we also have a partner community at community.townnews.com. This is a great place for to ask non-tech support type questions, to share information with other community members, and to get help from the community. You can also follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Also, we have a series of newsletters and email blasts that we do. You can subscribe by visiting townnews.com and clicking on the news link, and in the upper right-hand corner of our news page, you'll see a block that allows you to sign up for our newsletter, software release notes and service advisories, webinar announcements, and training department announcements. Head on over there today and sign up. Looks like no other questions have come in, so thank you very much, Rich and Jim, and we will see you next month, the first Thursday of next month. Please join us. Thank you very much.